Condensed only attempted 1 shot from the field and had only scored a combined 6 points over Utah's last 3 games.
Boy, shooting it off with that 3 of 7 his last 17. Huge impact, especially in the second half against St. Mary's. 8 points, 5 rebounds. 2 of those were offensive rebounds.
Loner across the lane to Lovering, and they'll count it plus a foul.
Great finish by the 7'1" Lawson Lovering.
Moss missing his first 3 attempts as he heads to the bench. Matson underneath. That's Mason for 2.
Gabe Matson the assist to his brother on a nice drive, and found his brother Mason on a nice cut to the basket.
Sir Utes off balanced and flips it in.
How about that? Sir Utes, a guy that didn't play a lot, so only played in 7 games with no starts, coming off his season high 6 points. He's feeling pretty good about things.
Erickson buries the corner 3.
Erickson, kind of the super 6th man on this team, played all 37 games last year, and I've called him time and time again a star role player on this team. Does so many things that doesn't show up on the stat line.
Neesmith spinning inside, powers it up and missed it. Madsen rhythm 3. Yes, sir.
Participated and played in 69 games, all of them off the bench, so he brings a wealth of experience to the basketball court.
Well, that is Gabe Madsen's 248th triple in a Utah uniform. Good for 2nd most in program history. And in the blink of an eye, Utah has ballooned this lead to double figures with a 13-2 stretch.
Well, they've come out with a little bit of the eye of the tiger, both ends of the court there, and a nice turnaround jump shot by...
They did shoot just 39% in their overtime win Sunday at home against Bucknell. Madsen had it partially blocked by Moss from behind. Utah recovers the loose ball. Erickson lobs it. Asar lays it in. Not connected on 10 of their first 13 from the field. Erickson knocks down the 3.
I said, what position is him? He's got point guard stats. He said he is 1 through 4, and whatever you want him to be, that's what he's going to be. Yeah, you kind of categorize him as a point guard on this team. He's coming off a 14 rebound game in their win over Bucknell. In fact, when was the last time, Chris, you broadcast a game with 2 point guards, both of them coming off double-digit rebound games, as Merrill Little had 10 in their last game?
Well, Jarvis Moss finally hits on his 5th attempt. It's 5 straight for Radford, but Utah goes inside, and Lawson Lovering has an easy response. Good chemistry on the low post to low post passing early in this first half for Utah. Macklin to the rim, and he lays it in.
For 5 games, they didn't have their main 2 big guys, Lovering and Keller, healthy. So they played one way for 5 games. Then they get Keller and Lovering eligible for 2 games, are healthy.
Xavier Foster getting some run for just the 2nd time this season. SMU transfer late in the clock. Moss has to hoist and puts it in. An answered prayer as Jarvis Moss drills his 2nd triple 2 seasons ago, and after missing his first 5 attempts from the field, he's connected on his line. Walleen grabs a 3rd effort. Little drives, a lot of contact. It's knocked into the backcourt. Macklin racing to the hole, and he scores.
Started the first 5 games, now coming off the bench. It was a time. He still leads them in steals, but he led them in blocks as well.
Felder into Neesmith, who turns and scores. Sir Utes turned back by Walleen. Madsen across the floor. Erickson knocks down the 3. Shot clock into single digits. Madsen sneaks it inside, and Lovering finishes with a dunk. 12 assists on 13 makes.
Excuse me, Chris. I wanted the fans to see that little hit.
Late in the clock here for Radford. Macklin corkscrews. Patience. Couldn't flutter it in. Harris on the offensive glass has the stick back.
Josiah Harris, their 2nd leading.
Utah basketball out of the timeout. Lovering ducks inside, and it rolls in.
Really nice post move by Lovering. Madsen really struggled that first half. Only 1 of 9 from the field, 1 of 6 from the 3-point line. He did lead them with 4 assists, though.
Lovering goes high off the window for the first points of the 2nd half. Back to Lovering in the low post. Backing in Harris. Little falling away and hits the jump shot. Another good defensive sequence turned in by Hunter Erickson. Little lobs it in. Asar swings it out. Extra pass. Madsen sidestep three. Bullseye.
Not to beat this horse to death, but Hunter Erickson also can play a point some and be the backup point guard in a pinch.
Chase Davis misfires from the outside. Here comes Madsen with a two-hand flush.
Oh, that was end to end, and he threw that one down. Of course, Gabe Madsen is a good athlete, and he's 6'6", so that shouldn't surprise anybody.
Madsen has a dozen. It's a 13-3 run for Utah. Second half, they've outscored Radford 17-7.
Gabe Madsen inline to inline.
Utes have one more non-conference home game left against Florida A&M on Tuesday. A steal. Erickson down the hatch. Hunter Erickson leading Utah off the bench.
Watch Lawson Levering, though, getting on the floor to save that. Hunter Erickson showing he is
a career best 15 for Hunter Erickson. Moss lets it fly. Missed it off the front rim. Erickson for three. Yes, sir!
More than just a shooter, quite the athlete, and coming down in transition a step. And good defense by Hunter Erickson. Both guys just staying down, staying between their man and the basket. Nothing fancy, but that usually gets the job done. And Mason Madsen, Utah only 7 turnovers. Gabe Madsen also with 4 rebounds.
Utah trying to go for the jugular out of the timeout, and Wallin hammers it through.
They do that very well.
Drawing fouls, and Utah best in the country at setting up teammates. For
6'9", 240 pounds. That's big enough to go bear hunting with a switch in most states around the country.
Macklin lines up the three.
Now Radford in a little 1-3-1 here. Let's see how Utah reacts to it.
Madsen gets it back and puts it in.
Rebound by Josiah Harris. You know, you don't get every rebound up around the rim. He chased that one down from across the lane.
Miro Little cashes in from distance. Macklin racing the other way. And Truth Harris for 3, puts it in.
Well, that'll go down as a turnover, but the right thing to do.
Well, that would have counted from Caleb Lohner.